My name is Esaul Ramos. I'm co-owner and pitmaster of Smokehouse here in San Antonio, Texas. Pretty much how this whole thing got started is back in high school. Me and my best friend, Joe, who's also my business partner, we would always talk about barbecue. We'd always talk about wanting to do it. His dad was into it, and I was really into it at the time. And then you just fast forward 2016, I ended up going to work at Le Barbecue, and I was there for about 2 years. And then after that, I called up Joe and I was like, hey man, let's go ahead and make this happen. That happened at the end of 2016. We opened up Smokehouse and we've just been hand jamming ever since. Our staple items here, brisket obviously is number one because we're in Texas. But other than that, our homemade pork serrano sausage is a huge star. Our pork ribs, probably from that, and our pulled pork is slowly starting to gain traction, which is really neat. We do pulled pork and then we have a green style salsa that we put on it, and we just kind of mix that together and it's really good. I would love for the food just to represent what it is that I grew up with, like the flavors that I grew up with, the type of flavors that were imparted in the type of foods that we used to grow up eating back then. And then of course, some of those dishes I'm able to bring in and then I'm able to share with people that come to my restaurant. Barbecue's real primitive. It's really an art form. Like, I found the art in barbecue and it's really what I love about it, and you're constantly trying to chase perfection. I think that's what I love about it. That, and you never truly master it. You're always learning, it's always changing. And the elements, you know, just add another factor to it. What makes great barbecue? Love, man. Like, I know that sounds cheesy, but it's like, because you love something so much, you're gonna try harder. It's not just a job to you. I think true great barbecue requires a lot of love, and from that love comes attention and just wanting to stay there all those long hours and work hard.
Is barbecuing easy?
If barbecue to you is throwing a piece of meat over fire and just cooking it till it's done, then yes, barbecue is easy. What we do though, no. We're on another level. Like, if that's what barbecue is to you, then yeah, you're great at that. But what we do here, no. This requires another gear. This requires a gear that not a lot of people have. The thing that pulls us away from Central Texas barbecue, just I guess the flavor combinations that we use here, you know, and just the creativity that we do here that maybe other people don't do at their establishments and things, you know, like we do pickled cactus, you know, we do pickled bell peppers as opposed to pickled red onions. I use serranos as opposed to jalapenos. I use, you know, Oaxaca cheese as opposed to cheddar cheese, and just little things like that. Just the seasonings that we use, it's just seasonings that I grew up with, and just flavors that I try to replicate from my childhood. Cooking over, it's like, it's almost like how food is intended to be eaten, right? We're using the most primitive heat source we can. So right now we have a 20-foot, 1,000-gallon propane tank. It's an offset smoker. We have a live fire cooker next door that we bust out every now and then. But for the most part, that's about it. And you know, you're gonna get that earthy flavor to it. You're gonna get that woody flavor to it. And you're gonna get something that an oven can't recreate, a microwave can't recreate, or even a live fire cooker can't really recreate. Because the smoker is its own entity, it's its own thing. There's a lot of challenges. Is the wood split? Is it whole? Is it wet? Is it dry? Is it too dry? Yeah, there's a lot of really cool challenges when it comes to wood. So yeah, finding a really good wood guy, a really good wood source, finding out and knowing where it is that your wood's coming from and what they're doing with it is very important. Before I switched over to Chief Firewood, I mean, we were just getting whatever. We met Javier with Chief Firewood. He brings it in these cages. We know exactly how much it is that we're gonna get. He cuts it exactly to the specifications that we asked for and that are really needed. He brings it cured, and what I like about it, he brings a lot of it cured, and he always gives you a couple green in there. He gives you just enough green to be able to get the smoke that you need from it, and the rest of the wood is really great. Yeah, there's been several situations where we've ran really low on wood, and I was able to call Chief Firewood, and they were able to come and drop it off. I'm Esaul Ramos with Smokehouse here in San Antonio, Texas. We use some of the best post-oak wood from Chief Firewood.